Like most of them in the world live in a small stretch, or at least most of them on Kauai live in a small stretch that includes our ranch. So you constantly have these pigs that are just like multiply so quickly, and we basically have to apply pressure to the population, or else they just get overrun and threaten the birds and the other wildlife. And what I basically explained to my daughters, who I also want to learn how to do this, because I just feel like it's like, look, we have this land, we take care of it, just like you mow the grass. We need to make sure that these populations are in check. It's part of what we do as like the stewards of this, and we've got to do it. And then if you have to kill something, then you should obviously treat it with respect, and use the meat to make food and kind of celebrate it in that way. But it's a culture that I think it's just an important thing for kids to grow up understanding, like the circle of life, right? So, teaching the kids all of what is kind of how you'd run a ranch, how you'd run a farm. I think that stuff, it's good. I mean, because explaining to the kids what a tech company is really abstract, right? So for a while, my daughters were pretty convinced that my actual job was Mark's Meats, which is our kind of ranch and like the cattle that we ranch. I was like, well, not quite, and you'll learn when you get older. But I think that there's something that's just like much more tangible about that than taking them to the office and sitting in product reviews or something for some like piece of software that we're writing.
Well, it's certainly a lot more primal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you do wind up eating that meat from the animal, and you were there while the animal died, like you put it all together, like, oh, this is where meat comes from.
Yeah.
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 Which is another reason why things have become sort of emasculated, because that energy is not necessary anymore to acquire meat.